Hello, incredible friends. My name is Megan and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, bringing you all kinds of card tutorials and inspiration. Today I want to show you how to make this card. This one is a kind of a thank you card for someone, and I had gone ahead and completed that. I also stamped the envelope. You could also emboss the envelope flap if you'd like. But today's card, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. So let's head over to the stamp table and let's get started on today's project. To start with, we're using the stamp set called A Good Day. It has all kinds of little fun images. It has two coordinating punches. It has the 1 1/8 scallop punch and the 1 3/8 inch scallop punch. So it makes these cards really quick and easy and really cute, and for many occasions as well. So to save time, all of the cutting the supplies and cutting dimensions will be in the description below. So you'll have access to that. But we're starting with a Berry Burst card base. We're going to be using some Whisper White, and I've already cut one of my scalloped Berry Burst pieces here. I went ahead and embossed this piece. This is using the Petal Pairs embossing folder. And again, designer series paper. This is the Subtles from the Subtles collection. It's double-sided, but we're going to be using this side today. So this card comes together really quick and easy. So I'm placing my embossed piece down here. And some people would skip placing it on this Whisper White, but I just find it gives it a little more weight to it and just holds up better. But if you didn't want to do that, you could just go ahead and attach it straight to your card base. The other reason why I like doing this is because then I have a place to attach the back of my ribbon. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. But now I'm taking my designer series paper and I'm just placing that at the bottom portion of this panel, lining up all of my edges. Then I have a piece of Berry Burst ribbon, and I'm going to grab my glue dots and attach a glue dot on each end of the ribbon. Just bring it over here and lift that off. And then I'm going to place my ribbon covering that seam. Just wrap it to the back and attach it. And then just trying to eyeball to keep it straight, but wrapping the back of this one and attaching it. Next, I'm going to take this panel and I'm just going to go ahead and run some snail all the way along. And we'll attach this one. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to do bunny rabbit right here, and then I'm also going to use the Hello Friend. So let's go ahead and stamp that. I've got two pieces of scrap Whisper White here. Memento black ink is what we're using today. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this little bunny. Actually, I'm going to stamp him in two different places. My first one is going to be right onto this piece right here. And then I have my envelope out already, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp him on my envelope as well. So just in the corner down here. And we'll color him in a moment. And then I'm also, while I have my stamp out, I'm going to stamp my sentiment, this Hello Friend, on another piece of scrap paper. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to stamp that again because I need to stamp him out in the punch, and so I should have left more room. So let's just do it over here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and color my little rabbit here. I'm using my Stampin Blends here. If you're not familiar with these, they're alcohol-based markers, so they're really great. You want to use your Memento ink when you use them so that when you're coloring, the black doesn't bleed. The pens give you the line here. This is showing you that there's a fine tip point here and then the thicker brush stroke here. So I am going to go ahead and use the brush end. I was using the fine point to do his ears, but to do this section I am going to just go ahead and use the brush. It's a little hard to see. I don't know if I really like that, but for the moment we'll go with it. So this one I'm going to punch out with the 1 1/8 punch. I'm going to just line him up in here. I like it about there. Then I'm going to use my larger punch, the 1 3/8. I'm going to punch a circle out of Pool Party, and this way I have it to layer on. I'm going to grab my other layer. So we're going to end up layering him multiple times here. I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the back. I'm going to put some snail on the back of this one. Attach him to the berry burst. Okay, and before I place him, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually meant to stamp my sentiment on the Pool Party itself. I'm going to use this, which is the 1 3/8. Punch that out. So I think I'm going to then pop these up on dimensionals. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Then we will peel the backings of these off. Just going to tuck it under a little bit and place it right there. Ribbon. So that's how we've done that one. For the inside of this card, I'm going to go ahead and use this little bird. So I'm going to stamp him on the lower left panel, just so we have something kind of cute, interest to the eye there. And again, I'm going to bring out, so now I've got, remember we stamped our envelope, and then this is the inside card panel. So I'm going to go ahead and color, again using the Stampin Blends. The Stampin Blends come in 2 colors. There's a light and a dark. So this is the light pen and this is the dark one, and you'll see here as I color this bird, you'll start to see the difference. So I'm first going to just color him in his body with all the light blue, and then if you want to add like a little bit of shadow, you can come back in with the darker and just go over top. And the one thing I like about the alcohol markers is that it blends so nicely. You don't have lines or streak marks when you're coloring after it dries. So I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to the back of this, and we'll attach him to our card base.
So there was an issue with the recording and it got cut off, but all I did now was add an embellishment. Thanks for watching. Have an incredible day.